It was only when I went outside that I suddenly understood that I'm not in a pioneer camp. I'm back in my apartment. Suddenly, all my senses came back to me. The headache, the dizziness, all the symptoms of a hangover. It looks like I indeed attended that party yesterday. And I was partying hard. So there was no pioneer camp? But then, where did all these memories, emotions, and feelings come from? All of this was so incomprehensible that I became enraged. I began cursing foully, trying to tear my hair out, and hammering on the keyboard with my fists. I didn't return to a normal state until there were no keys left on it. Oh my gosh, he brutalized his keyboard. No, don't do that. Bad Semyon. Why should I care so much? Nobody worries when a dream or a hallucination ends. Moreover, people are usually glad that it happens. Was I really that prepared to stay there that my return to reality became so undesirable for me? I really should have refilled my water bottle before I started. Okay. And then a simple and obvious thought crossed my mind. Perhaps I'm just going insane. Indeed, madmen frequently have visions which they perceive as reality. Besides, I had all the symptoms of insanity. I never leave the four walls of my prison. I never socialize. I have lots of psychological problems. Well, this explains a lot. My dark, nervous laughter echoed in the room. Guess it's the right time for me to visit a therapist. Or a psychiatrist. I don't understand why I couldn't read that word for a second. Or should I just surrender myself at the asylum? Semyon, a horse, half my kingdom for a horse. I cried at the top of my lungs between bouts of my manic laughter. Dispute not with her, she is a lunatic. The racket my neighbors made on the wall calmed me down somehow. If I'm tripping that bad, it looks like only a lobotomy could help me. I just sat completely freaked out for several hours, doing nothing, thinking nothing, just staring at the monitor, long since gone into sleep mode. Finally, I moved the mouse and opened a few tabs in the browser. So what's new? F5, F5. As if the events of the past week had never happened. Come on, do I have to agree for a hallucination? Was it real? Sure. Lots of memories? Sure. Looks true enough. By all means, yes. Any proof? Nope. None. The verdict is clear, as is my future course. I have long suspected that my current lifestyle wasn't doing me any good. I wasn't ready for such an unusual event, but so what? I'll have to be more prepared for my next trip. Night. An endless stream of threads and images took my mind off my lamentations and considerations. An instant message window popped up most unexpectedly. Message. Hi, how are you doing? Sure, quite an original way to start a conversation. Bonus points for originality. Yeah, I'm doing fine. The contact's profile was completely empty. Not even a nickname, just a 9-digit number. You can't guess what kind of person is on the other end just by looking at a number, can you? Sure, someday it will be all different. Unified digital identifiers instead of names, a couple of symbols for biography, several bytes of personality, and 3.5 bits of feelings. Yes, did you get home safely? Probably someone from yesterday's party. Yeah, it seems like it. You do remember everything I told you yesterday, right? Well, I guess not. I had a bit of a hangover when I got home. There was yet another message after a long pause. I see. Honestly, I don't give a damn who this is and why he is messaging me. Until this unidentified individual starts harassing me, I could easily tolerate his presence in my contact list. Well, that's okay. We'll meet again. We surely will. Sure, looking forward to it. Yeah, getting our party on. Alright. Bye! I didn't reply. This odd, screwed up day, at last, was slowly coming to an end. Going to bed, I yet again recalled in my head all the events that seemed so real for me. Where am I going to wake up tomorrow? Would these hallucinations return? Nah, I'll probably just forget everything. Strange, but now I'm really feeling that everything happening now is real. There was just a fiction, a game of deformed imagination, or really something fantastical, and here is reality. Sometimes inconvenient, sometimes it unfolds differently from how you'd wish. Surprises you like this, but it's still reality. I fell asleep with those thoughts. Bit by bit, my life resumed its normal course, and I started to forget the events of that week. After all, nothing bad happened. Even if it was indeed real, who cares? There were only 7 days in a pioneer camp. I wasn't killed. Nobody kidnapped me and to conduct experiments. I wasn't brainwashed, so why do I care now about the reason? And if it indeed was a hallucination, I could only hope that it won't repeat itself. I was still shut in. My computer and the internet were my only friends, and the keyboard was the only communication channel connecting me to the outside world. The F5 key became the main thing in my life again. Come to think of it, it really wasn't all that bad. Yet one day, a familiar combination of digits popped up on the screen. That strange contact of mine had come online once again. Oh, hey! Hey. So, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, crazy, weird person. I know we all have that one contact that we don't actually know but always messages us, like, no, I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. Probably I knew him from somewhere, but who cares anyway? Any news? Not really. Stability is a sign of true class? One might say so. Oh, I see. His conversation was over for me, but he didn't seem to feel like that. So, nothing has changed? Nope. Should it have? Well, it's not like you experience stuff like that on a day-to-day basis. Not everybody gets to experience it either. What? Wait, what are you talking about? Don't you get it? I was starting to. I prefer you to explain. Don't you remember the camp? It felt like an electric shock. All the events of that week immediately sprang up in my mind. My hands started to tremble, a cold sweat burst from my forehead. I turned around in horror, already imagined that I'd see aliens, ghosts, or the Grim Reaper. But there was nobody in my room except me, as always. I ran to the corridor, checked in the kitchen and in the bathroom, still nobody. At last, I returned to the computer. The same message window was still flashing steadily, as if it was a perfectly ordinary message. Who are you? My hands were trembling so much I could hardly hit the right keys. Oh, so you do remember it. My hallucinations seem to be continuing? Or did I never leave the camp in the first place? Or it's just a dream after all? Or... I don't know what to say. I admitted sincerely. Anyhow, I felt that this entity, that's the only definition that I could think of, doesn't need any kind of internet to communicate with me. Oh, well, you can just keep silent. Everything's perfectly clear. Winky face, cross, big smiley. Hee hee, kind of thing. That damn smiley at the end of the line looked like the devil himself, stretching its deformed jaws open to devour me. Yes, that's what that smiley face means. What is happening to me? I finally made up my mind to ask that question. Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. You're just living your regular life. But the camp, was it real? What do you think? I'm not sure. If it seemed real to you, then yes, it was real. If not, then it wasn't. It's just that simple. That's not simple at all. What will happen to me next? I whispered. Nothing to worry about. It seems that it really hurt me without the use of the internet. Terror chained my whole body. I closed my eyes and curled myself into a ball. Why? Why are you doing this to me? I started to lose it. Words were coming out of my mouth by themselves, illogical, meaningless sets of words. Why? Why me? What for? What for? Leave me alone. I haven't done anything bad. Several minutes after I found the courage to open one eye and take a look at the monitor. You are the reason for everything. The message window was flickering coldly. And what's next? Oh, you'll see that soon enough. Smiley face. Squee. Lols. Because apparently entities like to use smiley faces. I don't like emojis. I use emojis, but I don't like them. Okay. Everything started to fading to black in my eyes. Noise filled my ears, and I started to feel dizzy. Oh, excuse me. I felt that my very soul was escaping its physical shell. The events of the last few days became hazy, as if they'd all happened to someone other than me. Then the memories of the camp started to vanish, as if somebody was using an eraser to thoroughly rub out words written with a pencil. Moments later, I felt and sensed nothing, as though I was plunged into a state of cosmic bliss. Blah. Words. If anyone saw me at that moment, they would notice that I was smiling. Kind of stuck here. I hit the report spam button, closed the window, switched to the browser, and glanced at the clock. Time to get going or I'm gonna be late. Where the fuck am I going? Excuse to use the bus frame again. I don't know. What? Forever alone? Accomplishment? Achievement? What? What? Okay. Every story has its beginning and its end. Every story has its own outline, synopsis, contents, key points, a prologue, and an epilogue. And there is no book which, if you read it again, would not reveal new details you didn't notice before. Every story has its beginning and its end. Almost every... Oh. There we go. I love this music so much. And this cutscene. Never skip the cutscene. Okay then, so that's the good ending. Much more depressing than the bad ending, where we just got fucking killed. Or, I assume we got killed, I don't know. Da 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 da. Okay, sorry. The music is fantastic. Oh, so they did use the RenP engine. I was wondering, because I just found that, and I was like, this is a neat little dooley-dad. So, it's been poking around it, so... I've been poking around in RenP a little bit. Nothing quite as fantastic as this, because I can't art. I program pretty good, but I can't art. So yeah. Woohoo! That was a thing. Yeah. The Alyssa bad ending was better than Semyon's good ending. I don't know how I feel about this. Anywho, yeah, I guess, that's that for this. That's it for a little bit of this, because whenever I get back to it, I'm gonna have to play full routes, and I don't like that. But yeah, those were the two easiest endings in, Everlasting Summer, so... yeah. Thank you for watching. My name is... wait, no. Oh, I fucked up my outro. I keep fucking up my outro. Okay. Okay, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like, don't if you don't. My name is Holly, but I hope your day is rosy. Bye-bye.